So he's going to come back and we're going to rendezvous on Monday, Memorial Day. In the meantime, some of the top headlines we are looking out for today are updates on that big story we sent out a push alert about yesterday, that shooting over at IHOP on Segan Lane. You probably got a push alert about this from the WAFB News app right around noon lunchtime yesterday. So something to keep in mind there is that we are expecting an update from the sheriff's office there. 2 people were shot. I believe that they were employees of that IHOP on Segan. Again, this happening around noon. 2 employees were actually taking a break outside of that IHOP there on Segan. We're told that a vehicle drove up, shot at those 2 employees. One of those employees has since died and the other is being treated at a local hospital. So we're waiting to find out the identity of the victim in that shooting. But of course, if we learn anything new, we're going to pass that along to you. But if you know anything, you maybe heard something, you saw something, because this crime scene extends into 2 different crime scenes, a getaway car that the shooters are suspected of taking ended up in the Livingston Parish neighborhood on fire. So if you saw something, any little detail that can help investigators, call Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP. This was a story that Callie actually talked about today. So she was live at the YMCA because LDH, the State Department of Health, came out with some statistics saying that last year child drownings increased, and that was coming off of a 5-year decrease of child drownings. And so she was live this morning at the YMCA talking about group or one-on-one lessons on water safety and swim lessons. Look, we know heading into Memorial Day weekend, a lot of you are anxious to go to the beach, go to the pool, get into some kind of body of water. If you're going with your family, maybe some young children, it's a great opportunity to look up her story and see if you can qualify. They even have some grants and opportunities for free swim lessons. So if you check out that story, it is at the top of our 9 News app right now. You can see she was live there talking about the different resources the YMCA has to make that help available. If you are planning to head outside this weekend, well, you want to keep your eye on the weather. Dr. Steve was talking about some possible rain that could move in this weekend. Really, our team is looking at, here, the weekend. If you look here, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, Sunday looks great, but Friday and Saturday is where we're looking at 30 to 50% chance rain. So if you have any outdoor plans, don't cancel them just yet, but you just want to keep an eye on what's going to happen as we get closer to Friday and Saturday, because that's when a lot of you end up hitting the roads for Memorial Day. For weekend travels, maybe some of you hitting the beach. And that's another note. Johnny A has been talking about some routes. If you're headed to the Alabama area, maybe hitting some of the beaches there. There's actually, I believe, a bridge that is still closed off right now because of hurricane season last year. So join us on 9 News this morning throughout the rest of this week so you can talk and learn about some of the detours you'll need to know if you do planning out that way. Talking about Memorial Day, if you do plan on traveling, which a lot of Americans do, and AAA estimates a lot of people are going to be out on the roads, let's give you a look at this story. So if you go to our main page, WAFB.com, and you hit the hamburger menu here, we're going to navigate down to News, It's Your Money. On Monday, I talked about what to expect at the pump, especially after coming off of, a couple weeks of the frantic panic, I guess, in some states with the closure of the Colonial Pipeline, that ransomware attack. But that has since been resolved, and we're told from AAA that the supply has been met in states like Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. So it was anticipated that gas was going to get up to $3 a gallon in those southeastern states. So that was a heads up if you plan on maybe flying, visiting family over there, renting a car. But apparently the national average prices for gas in those states has stabilized. And if you are planning on traveling in and around Baton Rouge, maybe you're going to fill up on gas before leaving. The average in Baton Rouge right now is roughly $2.72. So AAA forecasts that about 34 million Americans are going to take a road trip 50 miles or more between this weekend, between the end of this week and then the start of next week. It's kind of the unofficial kickoff to summer. So they say that people may not be traveling as far because it's going to cost them a little bit more. Going into summer, gas is going to cost a little bit higher, but that is what you should expect when you head to the pump. And I've actually got this story waiting for you in the money section of the 9 News app. Something cool that we also have as a resource is WAFB.com/traffic. Not only can you see our handsome Johnny A's face and the road closures and what traffic currently looks like, we also have a link to everything you need to know about in the world of traffic, but also Baton Rouge gas price updates. If you can see here on your screen, I can enlarge that for you. We generate these prices, these gas prices, from gasbuddy.com. So it's going to populate some of the lowest gas prices in and around our viewing area. Obviously, Costco is going to be that top one, but you do need to have a Costco membership to benefit from that low gas price of $2.38. Remember, the state average right now for gas is $2.72, so pretty low when you compare that to the state average. Exxon at Airline Highway showing $2.43. Keep in mind here, after the story aired on Monday, somebody reached out to me and said one of these gas stations has been closed for a couple of weeks. So just keep that in mind if you can and you've got the time to do it. If you check out this list and you say, well, I want to score on that cheap gas and you don't want to just drive there, go ahead and call them. See if they're still open to see if you can cash in on that low gas price. Now, I find more often than not, they can't tell you the gas price over the phone, but they can always tell you whether they're open. So a great free resource we have right there at WAFB.com/traffic. As we dip into, what is today? Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow, we're looking ahead to tomorrow. That's because we've got something to look forward to. LSU softball is playing host to the Super Regional Series. It is the best 2 out of 3 series that is happening or kicking off tomorrow, but they need fans in the stands. Last week or the week before that, I believe, Tiger Park, all of the LSU stadium capacities moved to 100%. So as the LSU softball Tigers host Florida State in the NCAA Super Regionals, they need these stands packed. They want the loudest and proudest LSU fans out there, and that's why tickets are going on sale for the Super Regional today at 9 a.m. The 3 games are actually scheduled to start at 6 p.m. if you do want to stay home and watch it. It's going to be on ESPN, and then the other 2 games are going to be on ESPN2. So you can see we actually have a link to ticket information in that story, but certainly exciting as the LSU Tigers get ready to host the Florida Seminoles. It's the 3rd time that they are going up against them in this season, and this time it's a bid for a ticket to the College Women's World Series. So exciting, and we wish them the best of luck moving forward. In the meantime, WAFB Plus, this is what you're watching us on right now. This is going to be your home page for Jacques Talk. He is going to be live on here on WAFB Plus on YouTube, on Roku, on Amazon Fire, and on Apple TV. 1 o'clock today, and he does this every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. It's going to be a good show. I believe he's actually speaking with some LSU beach volleyball players, or former players rather, and so it's going to be a good one at 1 o'clock today. We'll make sure to send you a reminder through the 9 News app too. If you miss it, you can always watch it on WAFB.com. On YouTube.com/WAFB9. In the meantime, have a good day and come back on the mothership for 9 News at noon.